Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire, brought to you by these generous local businesses. Roof, Iowa. Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel. Extreme Services. West 40 Market. Reed Plumbing. Wholesome Pet Essentials. Nolte & Sons Lawn and Irrigation. Eat the Frog Fitness. And Made in the Shade, Blinds and more.
Everything we do is here to benefit the client. Every decision that's needed to be made, the first question you should ask is, does this benefit the client, and is this the best thing for the client?
Our goal is to make a difference. We have the tools, resources, training, and leadership to make a difference in our agents' lives and their careers. And then they can then take that to make a difference in their clients' lives and ultimately make a difference in our communities.
We are available basically 24/7 to make sure that our agents are getting the support they need to look like $1 million in front of their clients.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Jarash Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching, we have the best technology, we have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
A pleasant good evening to you from Ankeny Centennial High School in Ankeny, Iowa. It's Class 5A basketball, CIML style. Tonight it's the Ankeny Centennial Jaguars and the Southeast Polk Rams. Along with Andy Pollock, I'm Paul Yeager. Glad to have you here tonight for this contest as we get to the last week of the regular season. Hard to believe we've gotten to this point, Andy, but tonight it is a game of rematch. But what is at stake, more importantly, is seeding. The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union releases 4A and 5A pairings tomorrow. If you're Centennial, a win tonight puts you maybe in that 3, 4, 5 range tonight. This one has some implications.
That's exactly where they want to be as well right now. I mean, the key right now is to be in the top 8 as you get to this point. But Centennial firmly in that spot. They finished their job tonight in the regular season. They'll be here. We'll take a moment real quick and head down to our Signorama starting lineups, brought to you by Signorama Ankeny. Visit signorama-ankeny.com.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire, brought to you by these generous local businesses. Roof, Iowa. Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel. Extreme Services. West 40 Market. Reed Plumbing. Wholesome Pet Essentials. Nolte & Sons Lawn and Irrigation. Eat the Frog Fitness. And Made in the Shade, Blinds and more.
Starting lineups have been introduced for the visiting Rams. Hins, Clark, Van Kooten, Reese, and Solseth. For the Jaguars, Martin, Pratt, Crawford, Blackmore, and Smith. Tonight's keys for Southeast Polk coach Bradley Johnson says we have got to contain Crawford and don't let her drive. For Centennial, Andy, they need to handle Southeast Polk press. What do you see as keys?
Yeah, Southeast Polk very athletic. They're going to get up and down the floor. We've seen them play a couple times this year, and that's where they're at their best. Southeast Polk, their defense is underrated, I think, when you look at the rest of CIML. They've been known to lock teams down. Teams have gone for long stretches without scoring points.
Rams tonight are without their leading scorer, Alyssa Bartlett, as well as emerging freshman Haley Vanderwert. So a different lineup than you probably have seen and others around the state have looked at. Seeding's important. If you're 1 through 8, you host throughout the tournament. So the state tournament, Maya Crawford takes it right away to the hoop, but she misses. Rebound by Martin, and we're underway. From the get-go, up-tempo Centennial basketball. I know that's hard to get your hands around after all those years of deliberate action, but this is an offense that's a lot more fun to watch for those that like offense, but still good defense. Stolen away by Clark, and it's in transition bucket. Van Kooten lays it in.
Yeah, there's the transition basketball that we talked about for Southeast Polk. Van Kooten, a track star as well. In fact, I think, if I remember right, she's going on to run college track, so that's someone that you need to definitely slow down in transition. And Southeast Polk causing havoc right away, and a quick foul on Centennial.
Pass was intended for Pratt, but it went off of her hand, and then Blackmore had to kind of dance around, and she is going to be whistled for the foul at the 7:16 mark. 2-0 early. Rams in the lead, and they have the basketball back, and it'll be full court pressure coming from the Jaguars. Denying it is Smith, and then it's Martin. Now Crawford drives in, gets through, collects and scores.
Maya Crawford, another one of those track athletes, very good middle distance runner for Centennial. Already has committed as a junior to Drake University, and Crawford showing her athleticism right away, slashes through the defense, gets a bucket.
And does the job on defense, forces that turnover on the far side. So now the Jaguars, who are tied for the first time here at 2, look to take their first lead.
Crawford has the pedigree. Her father, Eric, played basketball at UNI. He's the assistant coach at Iowa State for basketball, and they're on the road tonight down at Texas. So that pedigree certainly has helped her. And you see her, she's very heady in certain situations and has a great great accent of being very athletic as well.
Clark chases down the long shot and now takes the Rams in their all-black uniforms with gold numbers. Rams across the front for Runnels, Altoona, Mitchellville. The Jaguars in their home white. Nice drive to the basket. Solseth gets it in for 2. The senior.
Love that crossover that Solseth gave at the top of the key, and she's one that can score from anywhere. The more they can draw Pratt away from the basket, the better shape Southeast Polk will be in tonight.
Pratt touches it on the second pass on the press break. Now Crawford drives in on the left side, makes one defender miss, but can't connect. Solseth grabs the loose ball.
Hintz a little slow getting back up for Southeast Polk, and she's going to have to be at her best tonight if the Rams want to pull this upset.
Clark with it. Now Hintz drives in right side, gets way past everybody for the 2.
There's a double screen at the top of the key. Martin got caught up on it, couldn't get through. Weren't able to communicate the help with how quick Hintz is, and got the easy layup.
Crawford beats the press on her own and now gets the basketball back after exchanging with Smith. Now the entry pass, trying to get it to Pratt, and there's a foul on the floor.
Like I said in the pregame, Southeast Polk has been known to just hold opponents to long stretches of being very uncomfortable. In fact, not even getting shots at the basket, and that's kind of what it's been for the last 2 minutes after the early bucket by Crawford.
Who has the basketball top of the key. Left, right, turn around, there's nobody there. I think everybody in the gym was now telling her to shoot. Blackmore gets the loose ball. Now Crawford, 3, thought about it, now drives in. Gets around the defender, but a good block there by Reese, and the Rams have it.
I think Clark might have got a piece of it as well. She got in amongst the Giants.
Right wing for Hins. Pass taken away by Martin. Just took it away. 2-on-1. Pratt in transition, the easy layup.
2 very good multi-sport athletes for Centennial. Martin, a soccer player. Pratt, volleyball and track state champion. So you get Pratt in transition, it's tough to stop her.
6-4. Rams with the lead and the basketball. Van Kooten with it on the right wing, guarded by Crawford. Now coming Solseth on the right side, dribbles back up the middle, guarded by Pratt, who moves her feet, keeps her arms straight up, and Blackmore there for the rebound. Problem is she's got to clear it, and she does. Here comes Martin, 2-on-1. To a trailing, easy making it look, Jaden Pratt player. Timeout, Southeast Polk. 4-0 run by Jaden Pratt.
We've seen all transition buckets between these teams so far, and Pratt obviously a great, like you said, track star, state champion, long jumper, just able to run the floor, get the easy layups right on. But Martin with the defense has led to things for Centennial.
Coach Johnson said, hey, we have got to identify and communicate in transition D. Nothing easy. I'm guessing since that was point number 2 in his keys, he calls the timeout to remind them what just happened.
The tough part is the steals have happened out towards mid-court, and so when the steals happen there, there's no way for the defense to get back. Centennial beats them back offensively. A couple easy buckets. Ava Martin with some great defense so far, and this junior-dominated Centennial squad, you know, they're looking to make some noise throughout the course of this year, and they want to make some noise in the postseason and trying to improve their seeding tonight.
No seniors for the Jaguars. That junior class, one of the best in Class 5A. Tied at 6, second tie of the game. Solseth loses it for a moment. Here comes a cutting Van Kooten. Dribbles in left side on Crawford. Now back out. Solseth picks up her dribble, looks for some help, gets it on a backdoor cut for a moment. Tilly Smith collapses on help defense. Solseth again, great cut. And shot by Maines, misses the mark. Rebound Crawford and the Jaguars. Tilly Smith says, I'll shoot it if you're going to leave me open. Rattled around, Pratt tips it. Wide open again, Martin right side. Misses the easy look.
Ava Martin down low is not going to get many better looks than that.
Sometimes a player, when it's that wide open, loses focus. Hard to believe that can happen, but it does.
And you're just expecting someone to be there when you're down there and, you know, battle through contact or whatever, and she didn't have any of it there. Oh, great backdoor cut.
That is about the 4th backdoor cut the Rams have done in the last 3 offensive series. Crawford gets it back from Smith. Tilly with it. Wide open Blackmore. Sets her feet, shoots, misses. Rebound Maines.
You notice Centennial not shooting very well from three here early on. Southeast Polk giving up that shot. Is, Centennial not a bad team, but they're going to need to hit some of those shots to win the game tonight.
Solseth goes baseline, misses the underside of the hit by the rim. Blackmore, 1-on-3, numbers not there. She waits for the Cavalry to arrive.
They got to get that ball to Smith in the corner. She's their three-point shooter.
And she's been open, and she's going to that same spot each and time up and down the floor. Blackmore takes the shot again. Smith gets the rebound. Crawford takes the three from the right wing and hits.
Well, you notice this 1-2-2 or 3-2 zone or whatever you want to call for Southeast Polk right now. It's leaving these three-point shots open. It's also affecting their rebounding. A couple second chance opportunities for the Jaguars.
Solseth travels. Solseth, one of the returning players from last year's squad. Substitutions now for both teams. As Kylie Siliski, Ciesielski. Spell that.
That's pretty good.
All my days. I have to thank Mark Woodley from KWWL in Waterloo for helping me spell someone from my own hometown. As Siliski's out of the Jessup area.
The pride of Jessup, folks.
And Mark covers the Jayhawks. I said, hey, nice job on that. And he said, I go, how'd you learn to spell it? He goes, it was pretty easy. When there's been 23 of them go through. Crawford drives in, gets bumped, but no foul called. Solseth, great defense, goes off the Rams. It'll stay.
And I love what Solseth did there. I mean, stands her ground, is able to do it without being too aggressive at going after everything. A pretty, there was body there, but she just didn't do anything extra to really warrant calling a foul.
Pratt with the three, 2 on the shot clock. Got to get it off before that shot goes off. A shot clock violation. The bench had to relay it because I don't think the players realized. I was even going to try to say it. It was at 7 seconds on the inbounds. Turnover at 1:21 to play first quarter.
Fast first quarter here. Really very few stops at all in the play.
Maines dribbles and gets by 2 defenders, but a little out of control, rolls out of bounds. Cheerleader retrieves. It'll be back to Centennial.
I think the players are going to need to settle into kind of the style right now. It's not overly aggressive, but the officials are kind of letting a little more contact go than normal tonight. So once these players settle in and realize there's going to be that contact coming when they get the shots.
Jason Allens, Mark Vanderhaar, and Scott Cook on the call tonight wearing the stripes.
Seen Scott a few times lately.
In the last 24 hours. In the corner is Beam. Now they go back with Smith. Crawford cuts the distance in half, high off the glass. 7 now for Maya.
And that's the part of the game that Maya Crawford has just become so much better at. The nice, soft, strong move to the hole, but a nice, soft finish at the rim.
Yeah, I've been impressed with Crawford's progression in her career now in this junior year. It's usually junior year is when you really see players start to come into their own, as Lizzie Beam is harassed there in that corner, but she gets some help from Crawford. And really it's Crawford's team, wouldn't you say? I mean, Jaden Pratt too, but it seems to be, when I've watched these games throughout the year, Andy, that you've done here on Centennial Digital, Crawford really is that key part. And it's allowed, I think, Jaden Pratt to just be Jaden Pratt.
And Jaden Pratt, as long as she stays out of foul trouble, is a huge asset for the Jaguars as she hits that shot there. And I'm not sure Southeast Polk's even going to get an opportunity here at the end.
1 second, shot, Solseth, good if it goes, and it does not, and that ends the first quarter. Jaguars go on a run. It was tied at 6, a 7-0 run to end the first quarter. This is Centennial Digital on CISN, driven by Freedom Tire.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire, brought to you by these generous local businesses. Roof, Iowa. Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel. Extreme Services. West 40 Market. Reed Plumbing. Wholesome Pet Essentials. Nolte & Sons Lawn and Irrigation. Eat the Frog Fitness. and Made in the Shade blinds and more.
Quarter one is done. Centennial with a 13-6 lead here in CIML action, and we're going to have 5 quarters of action. Halftime's going to be kind of fun, Andy.
I love it. This is one of my favorite nights of the year. We're going to have the unified basketball game at halftime. Southeast Polk, Centennial, known not just around the state but around the country for the opportunities that they give their special needs athletes, and tonight's going to be a very special halftime game between those two. And
you will have the call of that one as we go back to basketball in girls form, and Hins' three-point shot is chased down. And I think Reese was fouled right there in front of Coach Scott DeYoung.
She wasn't. It's a great hustle by Hins because she got to that ball. I think she withstood kind of a shove over there on the sideline as well. Was able to get it back in and preserve the possession for the Rams.
Kylan Smith whistled for the personal in the first 20 seconds of this second quarter.
Kylan Smith has been sneaky good for Centennial this year. Another outstanding multi-sport athlete, and some of the stuff she's been able to do is really, really good as she's had to come in off the bench with other ladies in foul trouble.
A lot of backdoor cuts there, but just not able to convert. In transition, but a little too much movement. Travel called on Blackmore. Finley just took one extra step.
She needed that extra move to get herself squared up, and it was one of those tweener areas you don't want to take the dribble right there because you're so open.
7-point advantage for the Jaguars. Rams on that scoring drought you talked about. Normally they give it. This time they're having to take it. Maya Crawford collects the loose ball and goes up across midcourt. 1 minute gone by. Pratt tips it to Smith. No good. Tipped around again, but there for the Rams is Maines.
Great opportunity there for the Jaguars, just not quite able to finish.
Hins looks in. Reese shakes her head no, said I'm not open. Smith. Oh, nice. Again, Hins in the middle. Kicks it out nearly the front row of the seats. Hins playing in the land of the tall trees. Little body goes up strong.
Well, they like that matchup. They got Hins on the freshman Beam, and Beam, who's a guard, trying to play post defense. And they like that matchup a lot with Hins down low. You could tell a concerted effort to really get the ball to her down low. A couple times she gave it up. Then once she took the shot, she was able to finish.
Solseth back in for the Rams, back in for the Jaguars, both Tilly Smith and Ava Martin. 13-8, Rams break that scoring drought. Oh, they had Pratt travels. She second-guessed herself with Tilly Smith cutting on the right side and just drugged that pivot foot. And that's another unforced error for Centennial. Solseth will take it across midcourt. Pratt on her, top of the key. Now Hins. Looks for that backdoor cut. It was there for a moment. Van Kooten cleared through, and Hins was going to try to make a move on Martin, but she travels. Here comes some pressure.
Coach Scott DeYoung's got Martin back in to cover Hins right now. He saw that mismatch right away. He's got Ava back in to try to work on Hins.
Near textbook break right there by the Jaguars. Ends in a three-point basket by Maya Crawford.
Smith passed up an open look, but not super open look, to get a really super open look for Maya Crawford.
How many times, Andy, have coaches say, make one more pass?
But it's not really, it's not a fast break play. It's that secondary break where you get everybody kind of lost in transition, and eventually Maya Crawford just wide open.
Hins great entry pass there to a cutting Van Kooten, and that's a foul on Maya Crawford, her first at the 5:35 mark here in the second quarter.
Anna Van Kooten, one of those players I've watched for several years growing up through Southeast Polk, all the way back to her youth years, and one of those players that just gets up and down the floor. She's a problem for a lot of opposing defenses and offenses.
Is that a good thing to be labeled a problem?
I would say yes in this
okay.
situation.
Okay.
I would say yes.
I just wanted to clarify.
I mean that in the best way possible. Yeah, when I'm talking about my kids being a problem,
yes,
that's one thing. But when I'm talking about opposing player being a problem, that's a very good thing for them.
tipped in. Oh, yeah. Oh, Van Kooten. She had that tipped by Reese, and she's contending that it was tipped a little bit.
It was tipped, but when she comes back down with it, I think that's where they get the traveling call from.
Yep. So, again, Southeast Polk to put some pressure on. Blackmore, now Martin.
Centennial's got a nice plan to deal with the pressure in the full court. I feel like they might be pressing themselves a little bit too much when they get in the half court right now.
Crawford with it. Now Blackmore looks left, now wants Martin to come up and meet her. Shot clock now below 10. Martin drives in. Tilly Smith, corner pocket, no good. Rebound, and that's going to be a foul called on Finley Blackmore.
It's not a bad look, but you notice Southeast Polk has changed up their defensive look right now. They've extended things a little bit more of a man-to-man look as well. And it just it's going to provide some more inside opportunities. They've been trying to take away those inside opportunities so far. Now I think it's time for Centennial to go back and attack those.
Van Kooten guarded by Crawford, pulls up her dribble. Crawford makes her pay. They try to get to Hins. Didn't even put the ball on the floor before it goes out of bounds into the student section.
Spent the day at the Iowa Wolves game where, being there courtside, seeing how fast and how tall everybody is with that, and just how athletic everybody is, and the amount of calls that the officials get right, even when you think they're completely off, is just crazy. And that reminded me of that there as Hintz went up and kind of lost the ball out of bounds. But, man, those officials, they're right there, and they see that game so well.
Solseth gets the board off the shot and hits the ground extremely hard. And the Jaguars go to work on the other side. Jaden Pratt in transition lays it in, and we are going to have a whistle. And we have to go back to Solseth, who just absolutely hit that ground hard. Hit that court on that left block. And she is going to be walked to the bench. She up with, kind of has all her senses about her right now, and she'll have to sit out for a moment. 18-8, Jaguars by 10. It'll be Southeast Polk basketball out of that quick score by Jaden Pratt.
Southeast Polk battling right now, likely not to get up in that top 8 where they would host a sub-state game, but you get yourself in that position, who knows? We've seen Southeast Polk play with the best of the best in the state this year. They just haven't been consistent about it, so the main thing is to stay in that top 13, even just the top 16. Well, you want to avoid Johnston, but the top 15 right now for Southeast Polk.
Crawford and Van Kooten get tied up and have a held ball. I think if you're really anybody, you're trying to stay away from being number 8 and you're maybe
number 16.
And number 16. Those are exactly right. The two numbers. Martin's 3 from the left wing.
For
roll
that
around good.
Too.
For that, 9 is another one. 3 for Ava Martin.
Yeah, Johnston basketball, their girls basketball program is just what Coach Jolick has done over there over the last several years. And you talk to the other coaches around the league, and everybody's got talented players, but he just manages who he's got. Basketball players, I'm sorry, but basketball players are a little bit selfish inherently, and to manage all those girls getting their shots throughout the course of the night, and you look at them, they play very well as a team. I think Coach Jolick has done just an outstanding job over there of managing that squad over the years, not just this year, over many years.
But he had to earn his paycheck last night. He had to do some heavy coaching there in that second half, and the Dragons responded. Ankeny had him up by 2 at the break. And then Johnston, it was really a 4-point game up until the final free throws when the Dragons scored the last 6. Ava Martin, top of the key, rattles around, no good. But you guessed it, Jaden Pratt somehow finds the loose ball.
It's Kylan Smith's tip, though, that kept it alive.
Crawford somehow extends that play.
Again, Maya Crawford being able to finish around the basket. Just that extra, really, really strong from the left side.
Reese's shot is no good.
Now Southeast Polk has gone on a very extended time without scoring a bucket.
And Crawford absolutely had a look on her face of sheer pain, and that is the second player to run out, and this time the athletic trainer is coming on a whole lot quicker. They are going to attend to Maya Crawford. We will see what happens and take a break. Centennial leads Southeast Polk 23-8 here on CISN tonight, presented by Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Everything we do is here to benefit the client. Every decision that's needed to be made, the first question you should ask is, does this benefit the client, and is this the best thing for the client?
Our goal is to make a difference. We have the tools, resources, training, and leadership to make a difference in our agents' lives and their careers. And then they can then take that to make a difference in their clients' lives and ultimately make a difference in our communities.
We are available basically 24/7 to make sure that our agents are getting the support they need to look like $1 million in front of their clients.
Maya Crawford leaves the court with assistants on her left and her right, and walking very gingerly on that left leg. Right there on the, we'll call it the right wing, basically where the Jaguar logo is. She kind of got tied up awkwardly, as you can go back and see there on the, if you rewind and want to watch it. But not a good sign for her. Let's see if she's able to come back yet tonight.
She walked off with assistance, but she was able to walk off with power in that left leg. You saw everything go down, so hopefully just maybe a minor sprain. Centennial, if they take care of business tonight, should have a good solid week to 10 days off. In the postseason anyway.
Right. Solseth was tied up with a couple, and then Zoe gets through and scores. Zoe Hins finally breaks the single-digit barrier for the Rams as they're down 13 with 2 minutes to play. And boy, Tilly Smith barely established in the front court before getting that pass. And now a little bit of rotation now into the right corner. Beam's shot is short. Smith had it go off her hands, gets it back, but then Solseth and Maines knocked it loose. It'll be out of bounds off of Centennial, back to Southeast Polk. Timeout. Jaguars. You're watching Centennial Digital here on CISN, driven by Freedom Tire.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Garage Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching. We have the best technology. We have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
Everything we do is here to benefit the client. Every decision that's needed to be made, the first question you should ask is, does this benefit the client, and is this the best thing for the client?
Our goal is to make a difference. We have the tools, resources, training, and leadership to make a difference in our agents' lives and their careers. And then they can then take that to make a difference in their clients' lives and ultimately make a difference in our communities.
We are available basically 24/7 to make sure that our agents are getting the support they need to look like $1 million in front of their clients.
Here on Westwood night, it's Centennial leading Southeast Polk 23-10 in this CIML conference matchup. With the basketball is Clark. She drives in, shots no good. Rebound, Kylan Smith. And now Tilly Smith dribbles it up. With the absence of Maya Crawford, a little more going to be put on Tilly and Jaden Pratt to kind of run things through. But Tilly will step up now into that position. Pratt drives in on the nice move, but just off the mark, Solseth grabs it. Now Clark. through Solseth on the pass back. That three-pointer is short. Kylan Smith there. Grabs the loose ball and gets it to Pratt. Up ahead, Martin. Oh, they had Beam wide open. And it's going to be grabbed by, looks like, Maddie Baines. Solseth on the block extended. Now Zoe Hins. Dribbles in right side, kicks. Wide open three, look. Shot off the mark by Reese. Rebound Solseth. Powers her way back to a pass to Hins. The three, no good. Long shot, Beam lets it go, and it'll be back to the Jaguars on the out-of-bounds play.
Everyone just kind of struggling to get in a flow offensively right now. In fact, it's been a couple minutes since either team has scored. Great sign to see Maya Crawford walk back into the gym, not limping at all. I imagine if the score stays in double digits, we will not see very much of Maya the rest of the night.
Jaguars do have one more regular season game at Waukee Northwest on Friday.
There's going to be a technical foul for Southeast Polk. They just had 6 on the floor. Number 14, that is Maddie Maines, was out on the floor talking to her coach as the ball was in play, and she represented the 6th player on the floor. The official looked up right away, looked over at Brad Johnson and said, "You've got 6 on the floor."
So they're just trying to determine, I'm guessing now.
I believe that's going to be a technical foul.
Bradley Johnson arguing his case that he doesn't believe that assessment. He might get himself a second one right there.
Does that? I don't even know if that goes to the bench, and if it does, then he might
Then he
have
has to sit.
Yeah, he'll have to have a seat for the rest of the night.
It is a technical foul. I see Scott Cook mouth that it is a technical. So Jaden Pratt will go to the line for the technical foul.
I just saw Coach Dave Runchie come over, and he looked upset about something until he realized it was a technical foul on Southeast Polk, and then he was all right with the call.
Jaden Pratt hits free throw number 1. And Coach Johnson still now making his case to Scott Cook.
Very demonstrative about it as well, and he may have a point. The ball went into play very quickly, but the ball is in play. That's the fact of the matter. The ball is in play, and there was no doubt that Maines was on the floor.
Tilly Smith, now Pratt. She travels. Kind of got that leg just a little bit out from underneath of her and just drugged that pivot foot.
It must not have been a bench technical because Johnson's still on his feet.
He's still standing. And now we're going to have a timeout. They're going to readjust the clock. There's a lot going on here that I can't quite assess.
Allie Clark going to get back in the game to get some shooting, but of course we don't see. It's one of the weird things at Ankeny Centennial. The clock at breaks counts down the break.
Yes.
So you don't see how much time's left. And so he did say they're going to put some time back on the clock. I'm not sure how much.
I believe it'll be 3.6 seconds. And then reminder, we'll take a quick break and we will have halftime entertainment. Or halftime action, actually. I won't call it, it is entertainment, but it is going to be a very worthwhile experience to come back and see. Some of you might still be in it. 3.6 on the clock. Saliski gets it in. Clark's going to have to go now. Saliski, 1 second. Let's fly at the horn. Good if it goes, but it's short by Clark, and that ends our first half. Centennial 25. Southeast Polk 10, so only 4 points for the Rams in that half. It's a 12-4 advantage for the Jaguars. You are watching a production by Centennial Digital on CISN, driven by Freedom Tire.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire, brought to you by these generous local businesses. Roof, Iowa. Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel. Extreme Services, West 40 Market, Reed Plumbing, Wholesome Pet Essentials, Nolte & Sons Lawn and Irrigation, Eat the Frog Fitness, and Made in the Shade Blinds and more.
Welcome back to Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. Well, we have a very special halftime production here tonight. This is brought to you by the Josh Coward offices of New York Life down in the district in Ankeny, district in Prairie Trail. Josh Coward at New York Life, specializing in retirement and education planning along with insurance planning. And tonight we have got the unified basketball teams of Ankeny Centennial and Southeast Polk that will go out here, and it looks like we've got a tip-off to get things started out there for Centennial. Brandon Lust will head out for Centennial, and I can't see who's out there for Southeast Polk right now. That is Bennett Moats that was out there for Southeast Polk. With the ball right now, Luther Nichols passes it over to Amelia Dayton. Dayton looking around, gets it at the top of the key to, that is Bennett Moats. Moats there in the middle, can't quite get it to fall. Rebound for Centennial is hauled down there by Carter Lust. Lust brings it down, he's going to look things over. Lust swings it up top, and they get it in there at the top of the key.
Ooh.
Shot up there and is blocked, and quickly back the other way for Southeast Polk. This is Nick Rivera. Rivera loses it out of bounds, and the ball will go back to Centennial.
Good hustle, though, on that play, Andy. Absolutely.
They were flying down the court in transition. Clara Philmeyer and Lily Boca, the coaches for Centennial. A couple senior gals that you might recognize from some other sports here at Centennial. With the ball right now, they're shouting directions. I've got, that's Lust, Brennan Lust. Oh, I have Brennan and Carter Lust. Okay, that makes sense. They go down low, Centennial, and out of bounds. Couldn't quite handle the hot look down there. That was Anna Gill for Centennial. 7:45 remaining in this. Good to see Lucas Brule out there for Centennial. Lucas will be wrestling to go to state, likely a 1 seed to go to state on Saturday in the districts. Very talented wrestler for the Jaguars. Also a really, really good baseball player. Hey, the bucket there for Bennett Moats. Banks it in for Southeast Polk. Brule's going to take it up court. He gets it to Lust. Lust to Lust. And that shot no good. Back the other way, Southeast Polk. That's Luther Nichols, can't quite get it in. Lust gets the rebound. Jaguars looking to run. Lust brings it down. Goes in, he's going to hand off to Gill. Gill up with a shot. Can't quite get it to fall. Brule with the rebound for Centennial. The wrestler out here on the hardwood. They go to Lust in the middle. It's blocked. And out of there with it for Southeast Polk is Luther Nichols. Nichols back the other way. Line changes coming on. We're going to try to get everybody included in there. And another shot. Can't quite hit it. That is Moats again, the leading scorer for Southeast Polk. Brule taking it back the other way. Brule tries to get it ahead. That is to Xavion Peters and over the top of Peters' head. And it will be Southeast Polk basketball. And I see 34 in there. That is definitely not Hayden Lilly, because I know Hayden, and that's not her that just got the rebound for Centennial. Ahead it goes to Peters. Peters decides to throw it back over, swing it around the horn. Brule, they're going to get the ball down low. That is Anna Sass. Sass has the look on the left side.
Oh, she was there. She had the shot.
Brule looks around. Peters with it right now. Down low they go. Back out up top. New Centennial Jaguar in the game, and I don't have a number 15. I do. Matthias Pfizer.
They're begging Pfizer to take that shot.
Peters has it right now. Peters going to shoot it. Can't quite hit it. He's going to get a second chance. Southeast Polk suffocating man-to-man defense. Brule gives it off to Sass. Sass has it taken away. Southeast Polk on the run. Rivera all the way down. Tosses it in the middle, up with a shot, and good! Nice shot there by Luther Nichols for Southeast Polk. Line change coming in for Southeast Polk. Looks like we've got Daniel Schumacher in the game. Coming in, we've also got Connor Trexel and Grace Sandstrom. Peters for Centennial. Gonna look to take the shot. Jenica Petithori as well for Southeast Polk in the game. Peters, the shot up off the glass. Can't quite get it to fall. They get the rebound. Now Sass will have the open look. She puts it up in. And a Sass for Centennial.
It's hard not to be a fan on that. I was so excited that shot was there.
More changes coming in for Centennial. Into the game right now is Will Munter. Southeast Polk goes down low as they swing it around. Good ball movement by the Rams. Connor Trexel, and it's stolen away. Jags on the run. Carlos Lamardo Lopez calling for the basketball. He wants it. There he is, wide open down low, and Lopez can't quite get it to fall. He'll get the opportunity at the putback. Still can't quite get it. One more chance as he gets another rebound. Yes! Carlos Lamardo Lopez with a basket as he waves to the crowd. Now Southeast Polk back on the attack. Michael Jordan, a.k.a. Jenica Petithori, with the basketball. They swing it over. That is Grace Sandstrom. Saves it from going out of bounds. They go back to Petithori. Oh, nice look down low. Great opportunity, great spot with the basketball. And Connor Trexel can't quite get it to fall. Jaguars looking to go on the run. Carlos Lopez wants the basketball. There he is again, wide open. Can't quite get it to fall. They're going to give it back to him again. And he still can't quite get it to fall. They're going to swing it around. This time it is Will Munter. Munter's open again. Now he's swinging it around, and Munter, there he is right now with the basketball. Munter, a little strong. Now they swing it back up top. This is Jack Lincoln.
Oh!
Lincoln has it taken away. Southeast Polk on the run. This is Connor Trexel.
Trexel had the steal.
Look at him all the way down on the break. A little bit strong on the break. Gets his own rebound.
I want to see Trexel shoot it again. There you go.
Oh, can't quite get it to fall. And now Jaguars with the basketball. 3 minutes on the clock, and the clock's not running. There we go. CU has an opportunity to score for Centennial here. They're going to give it off to Lopez. Lopez, good look. He couldn't quite hit it. They're going to try it with Munter. Munter off to the side. Too strong. Back to Lopez. Lopez, a little bit strong again. Munter with a basket.
Great determination by Will on that play, Andy.
Great rebounding by Carter Lust as well to help share the basketball. Quickly back the other way is Trexel. Trexel on the break. He's going to try flying from the free throw line. He can't quite get it to fall. Trexel may have another opportunity. He does. Trexel's open. Oh, can't quite get it to fall. And is that it? We'd find out one more quick line change for Centennial.
Another line change on the fly.
Peters back in the game. There he is. There's Peters open. Peters just a little bit strong. Oh, nice look by Lust to Munter. Munter wanted to get the assist, but instead he lays it in. Will Munter. Munter, the leading scorer for the Jaguars tonight. Southeast Polk back the other way. This is Schumacher. Schumacher looking to get the assist. Bobbled a little bit. It goes out of bounds. And it's going to go to Centennial.
Oh, Peters.
Peters, he might dunk it. Look out. Peters, three-point shot for Peters. Oh!
This place would have erupted.
They hand it off. Brandon Lust with a shot. Can't quite get it to fall. Southeast Polk has an opportunity. They're going to might see a shot here, and Lust with a shot at the horn actually puts it in. their helper out there. Carter Lust puts in the shot at the horn. What a fun game there by Ankeny Centennial and Southeast Polk, the unified basketball game between the two schools. Quick run through the rosters there. Carlos Lamardo Lopez for Centennial, Brandon Lust, Anna Gill, Mikey Foley, Anna Sass, Xavion Peters, Trip Rawlings we saw out there. He was the one that was wearing Hayden Lilly's jersey. We've got Jack Lincoln, Matthias Pfizer, Abby Devereaux, Will Munter, Lily Larson, Will Morris, Carter Lust, Lucas Brule, Creighton Kennedy, and like I said, Hayden Lilly out there, coached by Clara Fielmeyer and Lily Boca. For Southeast Polk, Megan Cunningham, Spencer Olson, Daniel Schumacher, Luther Nichols, Trey Dave, Macy Bryce, Jenica Petithori, Anna Loudermilk, Bennett Motes, Nick Rivera, Connor Trexel, Amelia Dayton, Jacob Dodson, Grace Sandstrom, and their cheerleader is Autumn Allum. We'll take a quick break and be back with the second half right after this. This is Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Everything we do is here to benefit the client. Every decision that's needed to be made, the first question you should ask is, does this benefit the client, and is this the best thing for the client?
Our goal is to make a difference. We have the tools, resources, training, and leadership to make a difference in our agents' lives and their careers. And then they can then take that to make a difference in their clients' lives and ultimately make a difference in our communities.
We are available basically 24/7 to make sure that our agents are getting the support they need to look like $1 million in front of their clients.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Jarash Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching. We have the best technology. We have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
$10 points for Southeast Polk, 25 for Centennial. Zoe Hins has 6 of those 10, 2 for Anna Van Kooten and 2 for Eva Solseth. So a low scoring, only 4 points in that second quarter, 6 in the first. For the Jaguars, Ava Martin 3, Jaden Pratt 10, Maya Crawford 12. It's only 3 in the scorebook, but the big story is going to be Maya Crawford. She is going to return to the court to start quarter number 3. The Jaguars do play Friday night at Waukee Northwest, and then tournament would begin next week. The Rams, they'll be at Waukee. Rams lost to Valley last week, 45-23. Jaguars had last night off, but the Ankeny Hawks, who they beat on Friday night in a very good game, came back and enjoyed the Monday night. Coach DeYoung said I think he was actually watching us last night, Andy.
I wouldn't be surprised. These coaches all around the CIML, they're junkies. When they're not coaching basketball, they're watching basketball, and it doesn't matter. High school, 3rd grade, 2nd grade, MBA, WNBA, it doesn't matter. These coaches are all looking for any opportunity to watch the game that they can.
Find a play that they might like. Find a strategy. Wide open 3, good look for Clark, and it's tipped off of, I think Blackmore touched it last, and she did. So it'll stay with Southeast Polk, but it will be a fresh 35. Clark to inbound from the Y of Ankeny, a little too far. And it will stay down, but it'll be flipping teams as it never touched a Jaguar. Rams do bring a little bit of pressure.
It's going to be important for Southeast Polk in this second half to really use their struggles on offense. They're really going to have to use their defense to create some offensive looks.
And Centennial has been able to beat the pressure. You know, the old saying, as it goes down to Pratt, she takes a quick little hop, has it taken away by Reese, and now Zoe with it.
That's great help defense down there by Morgan Reese.
Zoe has it knocked away by Crawford. Loose ball, Maya Crawford. Looks like you wouldn't have any idea that she had any assistance off the court less than 20 minutes ago. She will go to the line to shoot a foul. Number 12 is Anna Van Kooten in your program, and she picks up her second foul. You know, Andy, here's the thing. You have Southeast Polk without a couple of key players. Alyssa Bartlett, she averages 15 points a game, has not played since the Dowling game on the 26th of January. And you're also without emerging freshman Hallie Vanderwert. She's out. So you have two players that have been part of your rebuilding process or building the team as Crawford hits a pair.
Well, it's just so hard because basketball is not a mass participation sport. So you've got your certain lineups that you use, and when someone comes out, really you've got to have someone fill that role, and that's where Southeast Polk is right now, to figure out who, as they head into the postseason, try to make a run, who is going to take the place of those two ladies.
Little in and out Van Kooten tries to get the entry pass to Reese, and a whistle underneath. It might be Blackmore. It is.
It is. Blackmore just really trying to nudge Morgan Reese away from the basketball, and she's already got her third foul here as we start the second half. Paul, we saw last night this new foul rule. I think coaches are still getting used to it right now. Is in the quarters. You know, we're looking at 5 fouls per quarter that each team gets before you start shooting free throws. And last night we saw, Ankeny, all of a sudden they're left with 50 seconds left in a single-digit game, and they've only got 1 team foul for the game, and they've got to do all their fouls. And it's a different strategy.
You bet. You can't foul enough. Well, we have another foul.
You almost have to plan ahead with the course of how the game's going when the fourth quarter starts to figure out what you're going to do defensively. And, that those fouls that you just allow the team to take the ball out of bounds really doesn't help you at all.
Van Kooten picks up foul number 3. You don't see the press a lot in the 5A game as Pratt dribbles down to the right block. Now wide open, Ava Martin, top the key. 3-ball good.
Ava Martin's shooting is going to be a real key for Centennial in the postseason. She would give them that third scorer, that second outside look, and if she can do that, that's going to make Centennial really tough to defend. They're going to have to spread the defenses out a lot more.
Van Kooten with it on the right wing. Pass on the interior on the entry is kicked by Crawford. The press is something, even going away from a lot of the smaller classes, and especially when you get to that larger floor at Wells Fargo Arena, the press is not as effective. I love the press. I love Dr. Tom, in the Iowa Hawkeye heyday. That's what they ran. But, Andy, you know how it is. These girls, and boys for that matter, play so many games. We're talking probably hundreds of games by the time they get to high school. They can break pretty much anything.
The ball handling in general of high school basketball players is so much better than the dark ages when you and I were attempting to play high school basketball, where the press, you talked about driving through it, or not driving through it, but passing your way through the full court pressure. Now, if you've got most teams have a ball handler that it's easy. I shouldn't say easy, but they trust to dribble the ball through the pressure, and when you have that, that's such a huge advantage and really kind of neutralizes that full court pressure.
Reese hits the bucket for the Rams. Now it's the Jaguars up 18. To the corner, we have a whistle and a 3-second lane violation. Many fans help officials with that call.
You hear the countdown from the crowd?
Oh.
I actually didn't hear anybody right there, but
that's.
You were talking about fans. I'm really impressed with the crowd here tonight for a Tuesday night basketball game. Really nice crowd here from both sides, Centennial and Southeast Polk.
Yeah, I enjoy nice backdoor attempt. That's one thing the Jaguars have done here in the second half. You can tell they've already adjusted to that. Watch that cut through on that second pass. That's where we got burned in the first half, would say Coach DeYoung.
Well, just don't overplay the floor. Overplay
Right.
the basket. Don't overplay the floor defensively.
But, man, the Rams are trying to cut through and get that second and third attempt through. And right now they're preventing the Jaguars from getting the ball in. Crawford up ahead. Martin. 5 minutes to go, third quarter. Centennial 30, Southeast Polk 12. Jaden Pratt gets her own rebound, and then she is fouled.
I don't think Jaden Pratt got hit that hard, but when you're up in the air, any sort of contact can really get you flying, and that might have been, I think that was the case there. Pratt is just one of those players that for years we've seen her and I mean this in the most affectionate way possible, she's reckless on the field. In whatever sport that she's playing, there's no such thing as going halfway or really preserving any sort of
don't you want to say
health.
Fearless
Yeah,
instead
right.
of
But I
reckless?
know that, again, it's coming from my football background. We love reckless players, and I'd love to coach Jaden Pratt as a linebacker at some point, because just the way that she plays every sport that she does, and sometimes in the sport of basketball, it means some foul trouble. But man, what one of the most dynamic players that we've seen play, and I've heard several coaches in many different sports around the CIML call her the best all-around athlete in the Central Iowa Metro League.
Oh, nice clear. Good look there by Van Kooten, but just use that ball fake to create an opening and then just miss that shot. Jaden Pratt could play, and she is going to play at the next level and at one of the higher levels. Yep. And just an all-out athlete in everything she does. Nice move by him.
And again, had a nice game tonight. She's really not forced very much. She's done a nice job of just letting those opportunities that are in front of her be completed.
She now has 8. She has 8 of the team's 14 points.
Between games tonight, stick with us. We will have live the boys senior night, where Centennial will recognize 12 senior basketball players on the boys side. We'll have girls senior night on Friday night, but tonight between games will be the boys senior night. There's Ince again.
No foul on that play.
A lot of contact. It must have been mutual.
Kind of looking to see, I've been mishearing the whistle a couple of times tonight. Beam with it. Now Pratt. 5 on the shot clock, gets the 3.
Well, there's an aspect of Jaden Pratt's game that if she starts to expound upon, you're going to see Centennial be a really tough team to knock out of the tournament.
Ava Martin just absolutely pulled that soccer background and broke up the pass. I think that's one thing Caitlin Clark's game, Andy, has heightened the great passing of a player. I mean, I awe more at Caitlin's passes. But what I'm really impressed is the defense in those passing lanes. The amount of times that arms, hands, legs, bodies are in those lanes. Those girls are all aware of what's there. And it makes those passes that are so special even more, as the 3-point shot is blocked by Maines.
Just the general athleticism of players is so much higher than what it's been, and I think your private training opportunities, as well as when worked in conjunction with your school training opportunities, is a big part of that. All these girls most likely have not only their strength coach at school, but they've got a strength coach somewhere else at a facility near their town. They've got a shooting coach. They've got a ball handling coach. In the sport of basketball, it's not uncommon to see a lot of different people having their hands in the success of a player.
Crawford lays it in to open up a 22-point advantage here as we approach 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Clark kind of stuck, gets some help from Maines.
Centennial's played really, really good defense tonight. Just not a lot of great looks for Southeast Polk.
Beam harassing there, forcing a tough shot by Clark on the left side, and then gets the rebound. Crawford with it. Has a wide open Blackmore in the left corner. Then they go Clark, back out Crawford. She'll pull up and kick again. Here's Blackmore, left side, good. 3-pointer. Finley Blackmore's first 3 points of the game, or first points of the game, come on a 3-ball.
I thought about 3 different times in that possession. Centennial took one pass too many, and at the end it pays off with Blackmore.
Nice backdoor pass by Solseth, and then she hits the deck. No foul, and she'll get back up.
There's a backdoor cut you talked about in the first half.
Blackmore again takes another extra step. They've caught her in that awkward spot a couple of times tonight.
Just catching the ball and turning, like you said, a couple different times tonight, and just the extra little shuffle. There's the jump stop is not something we see a whole lot in sports anymore, or in basketball in general, just because everything's been allowed to happen the other way. I know you see it worked on a lot at the youth level, but it's just not a skill that's really been applicable anymore in the high school on up game.
Boy, Pratt is really harassing Solseth. And I think this time they'll actually get her for that foul.
Nice
no,
battle.
They won't. They're going to call Clark or Smith on that.
I think it was on the entry pass.
Yeah, but Pratt had the body there on Solseth.
And Pratt gets cleared out.
And they're going to whistle, I think, Margaret Johnson on that play, sticking out the leg.
Just kind of got caught in a bad situation, just clearing a little bit of space for herself. But, you know, once the body hits the floor, it kind of forces an official to make a decision.
The Rams have only scored 4 points in this third quarter, as we're under 2 minutes now. Pratt with it. Smith battling with Solseth down low. Crawford has it for a moment on the left wing. Now drive kick to a cutting beam. Makes a move, puts it in.
Great recognition by Jaden Pratt. Drew the double team, quickly gets it off to the freshman beam, who usually is not known for her scoring, but tonight's been very active as she gets a tie up there as well.
As Beam reached in on Solseth and gets the held ball, coming in will be Van Kooten and Hims. Out will be going Solseth and Clark. Ava Martin also going to make her way back in. 41-14, third quarter here in this contest. Crawford will take the inbounds pass. Van Kooten will escort her up the court. They go Blackmore, now Pratt. Pratt uses that left arm to create some space, gets kind of tied up, and you could argue bailed out on that foul. Maddie Maines will be whistled.
I know I brought it up before, but sitting courtside today and being able to hear the interaction with the coaches and officials, you know, makes me look forward to the state tournament where we're a lot closer to the action, where we can call the game courtside. We don't always hear everything being said, but man, there are some great one-liners, some great, just the banter that goes on back and forth. So many of these officials and coaches and players, for that matter, know each other from all the different times they have them throughout the course of the year.
We sit opposite of the team benches, so we get to actually see those teams and the expressions, but you don't get to hear as much when you're sitting on that opposite side. But yes, there is a lot more conversation going on as Pratt hits the second. I have her now for 15 points. She will go out, and Finley Blackmore and her 3 fouls will come back in with 70 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Miley Hatfield comes in the game for Centennial, one of the pitchers on their softball team. And they're playing right now for Coach Scott DeYoung.
Intercepting that pass, stepping right in front is Beam, now Crawford with it. Crawford has the trailer Beam, now it's Blackmore. Oh, backdoor cut, Martin lays it up.
Again, that little secondary break type look where Southeast Polk in transition, Blackmore gets lost, wide open on the backdoor cut.
There were 4 white jerseys collapsed in that paint right there when Van Kooten pulled up that shot. Nice runner by Hims.
Like that finish by Hims as she tries to take control of this Southeast Polk offense right now.
Crawford dribbles across midcourt. Says to Coach DeYoung, 1, right? Man, her mobility is all right back. Bean gets a cursory pass as we approach 10 seconds.
I'm not sure why she was getting counted down there up top.
Martin. Crawford gets her board, tipped around, 2 seconds, 1. The shot is thrown up, but it is blocked by Margaret Johnson, and that is how the third quarter ends. Jaguars in control, 44-16, the final 8 when we return.
Everything we do is here to benefit the client. Every decision that's needed to be made, the first question you should ask is, does this benefit the client, and is this the best thing for the client?
Our goal is to make a difference. We have the tools, resources, training, and leadership to make a difference in our agents' lives and their careers. And then they can then take that to make a difference in their clients' lives and ultimately make a difference in our communities.
We are available basically 24/7 to make sure that our agents are getting the support they need to look like $1 million in front of their clients.
.8-point lead for the Jaguars as we go to quarter number 4 on the Centennial Digital Network on CISN, which is driven by Freedom Tire. Paul Yeager, Andy Pollock with you here. Game 1 of 3 tonight. We've already had 1 complete in the unified game here on Westwood Night. But it'll be the boys after the girls. And who's on that call for the boys?
We'll have Carter Brandow making the call tonight for the boys game. So Carter making his initial appearance here on Centennial Digital. He's been working for us for a long time. Looking forward to hearing him on the call tonight. He's not nervous at all, so it'll be great.
And having the boss work with him, that's always good. Solseth, Hins, Clark, Van Kooten, as that pass gets away. And again, no foul called on the contact. Loose ball right in front of the score bench. Van Kooten gets it. She's trapped in the corner. Errant pass goes, picked up by Crawford. Hins was the intended receiver. It'll be incomplete, second down. Crawford with it now, back to Tilly Smith, who didn't play as much in that third quarter, as Pratt is on the entry pass, kind of had her steps maybe disrupted. And the student body of Centennial kind of letting the officials have it.
Something may have been said there after that play.
As Pratt gets rid of it, now it's Hatfield. Now back to Crawford.
Ooh, they had Blackmore open down low.
Crawford fadeaway 8-footer, good. 18 now for Maya Crawford, the junior.
We wondered about the future of Maya Crawford there towards the end of the second half. I don't think there's anything wrong with that knee right now. One of those, first time you feel something like that, it can scare you quite a bit, and I'm guessing she'll be quite sore tomorrow, but Crawford looking very good out on the floor right now.
I wouldn't say that's a brace at all on her left knee, just like a piece of that athletic wrap that's there. I don't know what that's doing. Interior pass to Reese. Kicks it back out to Hins. Hins drives in, now back to Reese. Right side, and you can hear the slap from up here of what happened down there. It'll be a foul on the Jaguars.
And we're not close.
Tilly Smith. Tilly the junior. Tilly, whose mother was an Eagle, or Egal. No, they were not the Egals at West Hancock. Her father also a West Hancock Eagle. Nate Smith, or Mr. Smith as he's known here at Northview, as the second free throw is good for Reese.
Track coach here for Centennial, helps run all the summer strength programs as well for the Jaguars.
Pretty fast in his own right.
Yeah, I've heard some stories about Coach Smith back in the day.
Tilly on cue, hits the three. Thank you, Tilly, for giving me a chance to accentuate a story about her family.
You can talk more West Hancock now if you want.
49-18 with 6.5 to go.
Yeah, I've been told Smith, as the ladies affectionately call him, was quite the burner back in the day from several people.
Ooh, nice underneath basket by Anna Van Kooten. Kind of that reverse layup underneath. Crawford pushes it in, now gets it, and just absolutely outruns everybody. Hins in her pocket. Now Blackmore. See if the Jags squeeze this clock down just a little bit, 35 seconds at a time. Crawford backs down on Hins. Puts the post shot up. Hins says I was straight up. The official says no, it'll be 2 shots. First team foul of the fourth quarter, charged to the Rams.
Defenders are always straight up. Anytime you ask them, they were straight up.
You mentioned multi-sport athletes. One more point on Tilly Smith, another one of those multi-sport athletes. And you don't
cross-country runner,
I will say the Centennial athletics on the girls' side. A lot of multi-sporters.
Yep, been built by the coaches sharing athletes, a great thing to see, and obviously have had a lot of success doing it too. So, a lot of coaches will say they like multi-sport athletes until it comes time to share the particular athlete that is effective for them, but so great. I mean, Jaden Pratt will likely go down as one of the greatest athletes ever here at Centennial, an all-state, multi-time all-state volleyball player, state champ long jumper, and a Division I basketball player, and those kind of accolades. And that doesn't happen if you don't have coaches willing to give a little and allow her to play those multi-sports.
Crawford will go out at the 5:30 mark, and I'm guessing that might be the end of her, and so her night will finish likely with 18 points. Pratt pushes it up ahead. Now Tilly Smith. Nice drive by Martin, maybe took an extra step there. Solseth, the nice behind-the-back dribble on Beam.
Yeah, didn't get the help defense she was expecting to get.
And almost got the and one, but instead will get 2 shots, as the foul is charged to Lizzie Beam, her first.
Just a little too much contact on Solseth for her to finish that off. Maybe a preview of a couple teams that have a chance to be playing in a couple weeks, Paul, when we're down at the Wells Fargo Arena.
3 weeks from tonight,
Is that what it is?
I told Nate Lindgren, I said by this time in 3 weeks, we'll have the semifinalists in 5A, 3A, and 4A. We'll be on to 2.
Had a great time talking with him last week as we worked the girls' state wrestling tournament. What an awesome event that the girls' union put on over in Iowa City, Coralville, I should say, to be technically correct.
Pratt drives in, has it held on the shot by Van Kooten, and absolutely the Rams are not conceding anything in this contest.
Well, Van Kooten, another one of those very athletic gals, multiple sports that she plays, and like I said earlier, just been able to watch her grow up in that Southeast Polk Rams program. Just a really talented middle distance runner for Southeast Polk.
Lizzie Beam, part of that next generation of Jaguar. Smith, shot clock at 6. Pratt pulls up, 12-footer off the mark. Hins collects the air ball. Van Kooten drives in, puts the shot up. Beam gets a hand on it. Now Solseth drives in, too strong. Grabs it again. And that is going to be a foul on Southeast Pokes.
Beam getting in the mix tonight, and she's just going to become better and better. Very, very good athlete for Centennial. Basketball skills will just keep developing and keep developing. And like you said, part of that next generation of, we've seen her score a little bit, but a really, really good defender. When she's on the floor, things happen. That's one of those things that those players that you notice their hustle and everything that goes on when they're on the floor.
Timeout on the floor. This is Centennial Digital on CISN, driven by Freedom Tire.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire, brought to you by these generous local businesses. Roof, Iowa. Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel. Extreme Services. West 40 Market. Reed Plumbing. Wholesome Pet Essentials. Nolte & Sons Lawn and Irrigation. Eat the Frog Fitness. And Made in the Shade, Blinds and more.
Timeout on the floor as we come back out. It's Centennial 49, Southeast Polk 20. I'm thinking about this Jaden Pratt debate about, the best, you say Sauer, and I'm trying to, Taryn Knuth for Johnston is still one of my favorites to watch from about 12 years ago. Knuth went and played, I think she played volleyball at Florida State. She had played basketball, could have easily played at that highest level. Taryn is still one I go back to as maybe one of the best
Yeah, and it'd be hard not to include Caitlin Clark in that conversation because Caitlin Clark, everybody knows for her basketball. Caitlin Clark was an incredible soccer player as well. And probably could have done whatever sport she wanted, but just a super talented athlete. And obviously, her accolades are going to be untouched really by anybody in the near future.
As Blackmore gets the bucket. And now it is a 31-point game, and we're just a few points away from a running clock as the loose ball rebound. Tilly Smith has it held on the reach in. Let's not rule out Maya McDermott because Maya also was an incredible soccer player, very good basketball player in her own right. I'm just thinking of these two sports, and there are plenty. Because McDermott, I always say, was so good with her soccer movements, dribbling through all those tall trees that she had to navigate.
Then you get talking about a player like Kendall Lindemann who led the country in home runs and went on to play collegiately at Florida in the SEC, and she was a basketball player, won a state title with Coach Scott DeYoung too. So, I mean, there's just so many over the course of the last 10 years, especially that you and I have been paying a lot closer attention. If we would go back, I'm sure there's a lot more that people would like to weigh in on.
They're probably hitting us up on Twitter right now. We don't even know it. Shot clock down to 5. Martin drives in. The runner is going to be short. And that is going to be likely a violation. We'll see if they hold that. I think one official could see the clock. If anything, it's going to be 1 second.
They're going to discuss things right now as the ball would go to Centennial, and that's exactly what you called there. They're going to give them 1 second on the clock. Centennial basketball on the shot clock, I should say.
As the shot clock rules, don't ask Iowa State about if you can get a shot off in a second.
There's a lot to be involved in a second, anywhere from 1.0 to 1.9.
No way. Blackmore, you cannot take a dribble in 1 second and still try. You just have to catch and shoot. So that's one thing coaches can work on, is those opportunities. And so it'll be a turnover here at the 3:01 mark. Inside pass to Solseth, and she hits the deck again. Pick one of 3 Jaguars that likely fouled her on that play. And the officials pick Kylan Smith.
After a first half where we had just a great flow and very, very few stoppages, the second half has been slowed up a bunch by very, very physical play.
You've done announcing enough to know you cannot say things like that.
Oh, I'm aware.
The game's moving fast.
Yeah.
That's when the softball game slows. You know, you go 9 up, 9 down. You're in the 4th, and then you don't even get to the 6th for another hour.
Been a part of a lot of those. Is Southeast Polk has a line change.
So I had brought up, I'm going to need this for just a minute. Izzy Bogwell comes in. I'm going to have to hold this out for you here.
There we go. As I noticed Emma Hunger, 6'2", junior, comes into the game. Smith back in there as well. McLean Kelly, a junior for Centennial. Hatfield back in the game. And also Maisie Smith, so who I believe that's Tilly's sister, I believe. Maisie is.
Rylan Bading comes in for Centennial. For the final 2:48, 51-22. Jaguars come with it now with Bading. And we'll have a turnover here as Tui will inbound. Presley Zutenhorst dribbles the basketball up for the Rams. Now to the left side. They go Bogwell, who drives in, and we'll get 2 free throws. So Bogwell, I think Miley Hatfield is who is whistled for the foul, as the first free throw is off the mark for Izzy. Banks the second one in. Now the Jaguars with Smith. Now it's Baiting. Looks for some help and gets it from Smith. Baiting drives in. Kicks out. Three-pointer on the way, and no good for Smith. That bench was ready to erupt.
Good look, too, as they worked out weave and eventually got the open look.
Johnson has it poked away. Fight on the ground. It'll be alternating arrow, and it will stay with Southeast Polk.
Notice all the senior boys basketball parents are starting to elect over there on that northeast part of the gym. Don't forget to stick around in between games. After a quick break, we will have the senior night recognition for the Centennial boys basketball team. 12 of them to be recognized tonight.
Well, and two of them you see a lot of. Luke Winkle and Chase Shuddy, two that come to mind real quickly for the boys. And that shot is no good by Bogwell, and we'll have a held ball. And this time it'll go back to Centennial with 1:24.
Centennial's been, exactly what they would hope for from this game. Able to get out to a nice lead at the halftime break and just do what you want in the second half and presumably keep everybody healthy.
Baiting with it, now Smith. Smith passes it off to Kelly. Under a minute to play, 10 on the shot clock. Driving in is Smith. Front of the iron, no good, and the rebound out for the Rams. It's Johnson. Margaret across midcourt. Pulls up her dribble, now gets some company. Zutenhorst's shot's no good. So a lot of players getting a chance to get a shot up here in live action. Entry pass into Hunger. Emma kicks it back out. Three on the way, no good by Baiting, and rebound Rams. That was Soliski. Tui. Now Soliski just takes it away because there were two black jerseys. She says, I got this. Zutenhorst three, no good. 5 seconds on the clock. Three, and I don't know if Smith will get it off, and she won't. 51-23. Impressive performance tonight, no other doubt about it, by the Jaguars.
Well, they defended like Scotty Young's team have done for generations, really, of Ankeny and then Centennial basketball. They defended really well. Southeast Polk obviously a little short-handed, but as they defended, had some opportunities early on to have that defense lead to offense. And once the Jaguars get a lead, the game just goes so fast at that point and made it very difficult for Southeast Polk to have any opportunity to get back into this one.
28-point win for the Jaguars, who will improve to 11-5 and probably hold on to that 5 seed. And again, if they want anything, they're going to want to be that 3 seed and not the 4, because you want that chance. You'll take your chance with 5. You'll take your chance with 3.
Even 6.
Even 6. You just don't want. You're trying to stay away from that 1 and catch Johnston and not have to sneak one out. And that's really who everybody's looking up at. Real quickly on scores, I know we want to get to the senior festivities. Maya Crawford for the Jaguars tonight finishes with 18. Jaden Pratt 15. 5 for Blackmore, 3 for Tilly Smith, 2 Lizzie Bean, 8 for Ava Martin. For the Rams tonight, who fall to 9 and 10. Zoe Hins with 10. Anna Van Kooten 4. 4 for Morgan Reese, 3 for Eva Solseth, and that's how the game ends on a 51-23 game. We'll take a quick timeout and then try to show you some of these seniors in just a moment. Jaguars win. This is Centennial Digital's presentation of high school basketball on CISN, driven by Freedom Tire.
Everything we do is here to benefit the client. Every decision that's needed to be made, the first question you should ask is, does this benefit the client, and is this the best thing for the client?
Our goal is to make a difference. We have the tools, resources, training, and leadership to make a difference in our agents' lives and their careers. And then they can then take that to make a difference in their clients' lives and ultimately make a difference in our communities.
We are available basically 24/7 to make sure that our agents are getting the support they need to look like $1 million in front of their clients.
Seniors and their parents. First, our senior boys basketball managers. John Otis. John is an honor of Tammy and Brad Otis. She has been a manager for 4 years. Her most memorable moment was dancing to the Hokey Pokey in the locker room after the win against Ankeny. John plans to attend Iowa State University. Madison Leonard. Madison is the daughter of Katie Leonard and Andrew Pregame. She has been a manager for 2 years. Her most memorable moment include being a manager and attending all the games. Madison plans to attend DMAC for 2 years and then continue to the University of Northern Iowa to major in education. McKenna Overton. McKenna is the daughter of David and Kristen Overton. She has been a manager for 1 year. Her most memorable moment was winning against Ankeny. McKenna plans to attend Iowa State University. Brooke Rideout. Brooke is the daughter of Polk Ankeny Centennial. She has been a manager for 5 years. Her most memorable moments include spending time with friends and the bus rides. Brooke plans to attend the University of Iowa and major in sports and recreation management. Now let's meet our Centennial boys basketball seniors. Number 2, Connor Welsh. Connor is the son of Jill and Evan Welsh. He has been playing basketball for 10 years. His most memorable moment was beating Cedar Falls to go to the state tournament. Connor plans to attend Iowa State University and play football. Number 3, Brady Baker. Brady is the son of Erica and Brian Baker. He has been playing basketball for 10 years. His most memorable moment was making it to the state tournament. Brady's plans following graduation are undecided. Number 4, Dalton Ross. Dalton is the son of Dave and Sarah Ross. He has been playing basketball for 14 years. His most memorable moment was making the state tournament. Dalton plans to attend the University of Iowa and major in exercise science. Number 10, Chase Shetty. Chase is the son of Brian and Leslie Shetty. He has been playing basketball for 10 years. His most memorable moment was making it to the state tournament. Chase plans to attend Northern Illinois University to play football. Joey Oakey, number 12. Joey is the son of Brian and Angie Oakey. He has been playing basketball for 12 years. His most memorable moment was coming back from 25 points down against Ankeny last year. Joey plans to attend the University of Iowa and play baseball. Number 13, Nick Baskey. Nick is the son of Jackie and Ed Baskey. He has been playing basketball for 12 years. His most memorable moment was playing at Wells Fargo Arena. Nick plans to attend college and major in engineering. Number 14, Luke Winkle. Luke Harrison is the son of Lisa and Chad Jensen. He has been playing basketball for 9 years. His most memorable moment was going to the state tournament last year. Harrison plans to attend the University of Iowa and major in business. Number 22, Harrison Jensen. Number 24, Isaac Rucci. Isaac is the son of Dan and Dave Rucci. He has been playing basketball for 13 years. His most memorable moment was making the state tournament. Isaac plans to attend college and continue to play basketball. Number 35, Cale Jones. Cale is the son of Julie and Brad Jones. He has been playing basketball for 10 years. His most memorable moment was coming back to be Ankeny last year. Cale's plans following graduation are undecided. Number 44, Pregame Sherwood. Pregame is the son of Adam and Amy Sherwood, who has been playing basketball for 10 years. His most memorable moment was making it to the state tournament. Keegan's plans following graduation are undecided. Ladies and gentlemen, give a big round of applause for our 2024 seniors.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Roof, Iowa. Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel. Extreme Services. West 40 Market. Reed Plumbing. Wholesome Pet Essentials. Nolte & Sons Lawn and Irrigation. Eat the Frog Fitness. And Made in the Shade, Blinds and more.
Everything we do is here to benefit the client. Every decision that's needed to be made, the first question you should ask is, does this benefit the client, and is this the best thing for the client?
Our goal is to make a difference. We have the tools, resources, training, and leadership to make a difference in our agents' lives and their careers. And then they can then take that to make a difference in their clients' lives and ultimately make a difference in our communities.
We are available basically 24/7 to make sure that our agents are getting the support they need to look like $1 million in front of their clients.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Jarash Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching, we have the best technology, we have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire, brought to you by these generous local businesses. U.S. Cellular, Jarash Performance, Ted Sandine Photography, Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, Alter Metal Recycling, Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital, Keystone Home Inspections, and Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill.
Want to test drive US Cellular's network free for 30 days?
Yeah.
Use this app.
Here we go.
Oh, wow. US Cellular works great out here. Hey, I wonder if US Cellular lets me stream in my rec room. Yep, it's working.
Test drive US Cellular free for 30 days.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Roof, Iowa. Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel. Extreme Services. Westgate. Reed Plumbing. Wholesome Pet Essentials. Nolte & Sons Lawn and Irrigation. Eat the Frog Fitness. And Made in the Shade, Blinds and more.
Everything we do is here to benefit the client. Every decision that's needed to be made, the first question you should ask is, does this benefit the client, and is this the best thing for the client?
Our goal is to make a difference. We have the tools, resources, training, and leadership to make a difference in our agents' lives and their careers. And then they can then take that to make a difference in their clients' lives and ultimately make a difference in our communities.
We are available basically 24/7 to make sure that our agents are getting the support they need to look like $1 million in front of their clients.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Garage Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching, we have the best technology, we have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
Good evening, fans. Welcome to Ankeny Centennial High School. You have entered the jungle, home of Jaguar basketball. Our visitors for tonight's CIML matchup are the Southeast Polk Rams and your Centennial Jaguars. Before we get into tonight's starting lineups, let's meet tonight's officials. Jason Alons, Mark Vanderhaar, and Scott Cook. Now, let's meet tonight's starting lineups. At guard for the Rams, a 6-foot senior, number 1, A.J. Schaefer. At guard for the Jaguars, a 6'2 senior, number 2, Connor Welsh. At guard for the Rams, a 6-foot junior, number 2, Bodie Goodman. At forward for the Jaguars, a 6'5 senior, number 10, Chase Shuddy. At guard for the Rams, a 6'1 junior, number 4, Sam Zelenovich. At forward for the Jaguars, a 6'3 senior, number 12, Joey Oakey. At center for the Rams, a 6'3 senior, number 20, Jackson Martin.
Welcome in fans to this broadcast of Ankeny Centennial Digital, presented by Freedom Tire.
Head coach for the Rams is Adam Jenkins. Head coach for the Jaguars, Polk Ankeny.
We'll have tip-off momentarily for you.
We're getting ready to go. We've got 10 on the floor, 8 on the clock, 3 officials. It is showtime.
Tip-off to Centennial. Luke Winkle up the court. Pass to Joey Oki. To Vasky. To Welsh. Winkle drives. Passes out to Vasky. To Welsh. 3. No good. AJ Schaefer takes it up the court to Trey Lust. AJ Schaefer with the ball. Stolen by Chase Shuddy. To Oki. Oki 3. It goes. Goodman up the court. Goodman floater, no good. Vasky up the court. Winkle drives in and is fouled. Foul is on number 1, AJ Schaefer. Kicked out to Chase. 3 ball, no good. Bodie Goodman with the ball. Layup is no good. Oki drives in. To Winkle, 3. It's good. An early 6-0 lead for Centennial. He's smothering Goodman right now. Travel on Goodman. Vasky to inbound to Winkle. Vasky to Oki. Into Winkle. Kicks it to Shuddy. Shuddy layup is good.
Number 10, Chase Shuddy.
Barton to Goodman. No good on the layup. Winkle to Vasky to Oki. 3 ball on the way is good. Early 11-0 lead for the Jaguars. 30-second timeout. Schaefer to inbound to Goodman. Goodman takes it up court. Trey Luss has it stolen by Nick Vasky. To Winkle. Kicks it around the horn to Oki. Into Shea Shuddy, into Winkle. Layup is good.
Jaguar basket, number 14, Luke Winkle. Red basket, number 4,
Sam Zelenovic with the floater. Welch kicks it to Vasky. Vasky drives, layup, and the foul.
offensive foul, call number 13, Nick Vasky. His first.
Just kidding, check that. It was a offensive foul. And Vasky appears to be a little shaken up on that play.
Jaguar substitution number 31, Will Smith.
Goodman drives, kicks out, AJ Schaefer. Off his face and out of bounds. Winkle takes it up the court. Oki 3 is no good. Winkle meets him at half court. Goodman to Barton. Barton back to Goodman. Schaefer layup is no good. Winkle layup. Will Smith rebound and then put it back, no good. Kick to Barton. Layup is good. Zelenovic meets Winkle at half court. To Oki to Shuddy. Winkle, 3 ball. No good. Defensive rebound by Trey Luss. Luss drives. Layup, no good. Rebound, Will Smith. Smith takes it up court. Layup Smith. It goes. Goodman 3. No good. Oki defensive rebound. Smith to Shuddy. Shuddy 3. Good. 30-second timeout taken by Southeast Polk. Centennial is up 18-4. 1 minute and 45 seconds left to go in the quarter. Each team with only 1 foul. Zeb Hinsey checks in. Rex Smith, shot is no good. Winkle drives, tipped away or Grady Norris 3 is no good. Will Smith kicks to Runchie. Runchie, shot goes. Barton shot is no good. Defensive rebound, Chase Shuddy. Winkle in the corner. Passes to Shuddy. To Winkle. Chase throws it up. Shot clock violation. Southeast Polk ball. Hinsey to inbound. It's Goodman. It was good. Goodman hits 3.
Want to test drive US Cellular's network free for 30 days?
Yeah.
Use this app.
Here we go.
Oh, wow. US Cellular works great out here. Hey, I wonder if US Cellular lets me stream in my rec room. Yep, it's working.
Test drive US Cellular free for 30 days.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Drosh Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching. We have the best technology. We have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
Welcome back to Centennial Digital, presented by Freedom Tire. We're here for the second quarter of action. Goodman layup. It goes. Runchy inbounds to Winkle. Winkle takes it up the court. Winkle drives. Turnaround jumper. Good. To Barton. Barton back to Goodman. Rex Smith shot is no good. Winkle takes it back up the court. He drives, kicks it to Oki. Oki 3-ball. Barton with the rebound. Little spin around pass action there to Barton, and he lays it in. Runchy on the drive to Oki. Runchy inside. Powers through. Layup is no good. Goodman shot. No good. Defensive rebound, Winkle. Winkle drives. Contested layup, and he's fouled. Winkle at the line. Makes his first.
Jaguars substitution, number 10, Shutty. Number 30, Rex Jensen. Rams substitutions, number 4, Sam Zelenovich. Number 1, AJ Schaefer. And number 22, Trey Lust.
Lust, Schaefer, and Zelenovich all check in. And Shutty as well. Rex Jensen is also checked into the game, covering Goodman. Lust drives and is stolen by Welsh. Winkle drives up the court. Into the basket. Layup. Good.
Number 14, Luke Winkle.
Zelenovich drives. Layup. No good. Gets his rebound. Stolen by Shutty. Winkle takes it slowly up the court. Tavaski to Shutty. Throws a lob there to Vasky, and Vasky is fouled on that. Inbound to Winkle. Winkle 3-ball. Goodman 3. Good. (26-14) Jaguars. Vasky to Winkle. Winkle to Welsh. Welsh, 3-ball. Winkle. Layup, good. Such a tough physical player Winkle is. Winkle drives. Nice floater there. Stolen by Jensen. Stolen back by Norris. Schaefer 3 is no good. Rebound Jensen. Jensen to Winkle. Shutty at the key. Winkle. 3 is no good. Zelenovich. Layup. Good. Welsh to Shutty. Shutty looks to shoot but does not. Kicks it to Welsh to Winkle. Winkle drives. Layup. No good. Some very physical basketball going on right now as there's a foul. Fouls on Welsh, and that's his first. Cabron Klinger subs in, and so does Joey Oki. Kinsey to Goodman. Goodman air balls. Zalonovic gets the rebound and puts the layup in. Welsh takes it up the court. To Klinger. To Welsh, 3 on the way, no good. The student section is really letting him know about that air ball as he takes in the layup, and it's good, and that's a foul. Fouls on number 13, Nick Vasky. That's his second, team's second. Goodman at the line, shooting 1. Klinger with the rebound to Welsh. Welsh kicks to Shuddy. Shuddy back to Welsh. Foul on number 2. Bodie Goodman. That's his second and the team's third. Inbounds to Welsh. Vasky to Welsh. To Klinger. Trey Luss with the foul. Will Smith and Luke Winkle check into the game. Winkle inbounds to Vasky. Vasky to Shuddy. To Oki. Vasky drives. Floater is no good. Vasky's fouled on that one. Trey Luss, that's his second, team's 5th. Vasky makes his first. Rex Smith checks in. Misses a second. Rex Smith grabs the board. Empty to Schaefer, to Barton. Barton, layup, good. Winkle drives, floater, good. Barton jumper, good. 16 seconds to go in the half. Winkle drives, crosses, kicks to Shuddy. Shuddy 3. No good. Zlanovic, rebound. Out on Southeast Polk. Southeast Polk fans not too happy about that one, but what can you do? Smith inbound. Inbounds to Runchi. That's going to send us a half. Jaguars 33 and the Rams 24. This is Ankeny Centennial Digital presented by Freedom Tire.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
Want to test drive US Cellular's network free for 30 days?
Yeah.
Use this app.
Here we go.
Oh, wow. US Cellular works great out here. Hey, I wonder if US Cellular lets me stream in my rec room. Yep, it's working.
Test drive US Cellular free for 30 days.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire, brought to you by these generous local businesses. Roof, Iowa. Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel. Extreme Services. West 40 Market. Reed Plumbing. Wholesome Pet Essentials. Nolte & Sons Lawn and Irrigation. Eat the Frog Fitness. And Made in the Shade, Blinds and more.
Everything we do is here to benefit the client. Every decision that's needed to be made, the first question you should ask is, does this benefit the client, and is this the best thing for the client?
Our goal is to make a difference. We have the tools, resources, training, and leadership to make a difference in our agents' lives and their careers. And then they can then take that to make a difference in their clients' lives and ultimately make a difference in our communities.
We are available basically 24/7 to make sure that our agents are getting the support they need to look like $1 million in front of their clients.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Garage Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching. We have the best technology. We have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire, brought to you by these generous local businesses. US Cellular, Jirash Performance, Ted Sandine Photography, Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, Alter Metal Recycling, Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital, Keystone Home Inspections, and Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
Want to test drive US Cellular's network free for 30 days?
Yeah.
Use this app.
Here we go.
Oh wow, US Cellular works great out here. Hey, I wonder if US Cellular lets me stream in my rec room. Yep, it's working.
Test drive US Cellular free for 30 days.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire, brought to you by these generous local businesses. Roof, Iowa. Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel. Extreme Services. West 40 Market. Reed Plumbing. Wholesome Pet Essentials. Nolte & Sons Lawn and Irrigation. Eat the Frog Fitness. And Made in the Shade, Blinds and more.
Everything we do is here to benefit the client. Every decision that's needed to be made, the first question you should ask is, does this benefit the client, and is this the best thing for the client?
Our goal is to make a difference. We have the tools, resources, training, and leadership to make a difference in our agents' lives and their careers. And then they can then take that to make a difference in their clients' lives and ultimately make a difference in our communities.
We are available basically 24/7 to make sure that our agents are getting the support they need to look like $1 million in front of their clients.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Jarash Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching, we have the best technology, we have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire, brought to you by these generous local businesses. US Cellular, Jarash Performance, Ted Sandine Photography, Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, Alter Metal Recycling, Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital, Keystone Home Inspections, and Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill.
Welcome back, fans, to Centennial Digital, presented by Freedom Tire. Second half of basketball just about to get underway. Jaguars leads the Rams 33-24. Jags will get the ball to start the second half. Oki will inbound to Winkle. Winkle to Shuddy. Shuddy to Welsh. Welsh thought about it. Drives in. Layup. Good. Schaefer inbounds to Goodman. Back to Schaefer. To Lust. To Zelenovic. Layup is good. Winkle takes it up the court. To Shuddy. Shuddy has it. Knocked out of bounds by Goodman. Winkle drives to the basket, kicks out to Welsh, to Oki, 3 on the way, no good. Goodman with the rebound to Zelenovic. Zelenovic drives. Layup is no good. Goodman. Foul is on Luke Winkle. That's his first. Goodman inbound. They get Trey Luss on the moving screen. Grady Morris checks in for Luss as he finds himself in a little bit of foul trouble. Winkle to Welsh. Schaefer on the fast break. He trips himself up. Carried that one. Going to be Jaguar ball. Oki will inbound to Winkle. Winkle to Welsh. Shuddy with the pick and roll. Vasky throws it down. Boom, shakalaka. Goodman takes up the court. Zelenovic to Schaefer. Jackson Barton with the bucket there. Winkle to Vasky. Vasky overshoots Oki, and that one's going to be out of bounds. Rams ball. Foul is on Barton. That's his second and team second. Winkle drives to Shuddy. Shuddy drives, kicks it to Welsh. Welsh, 3-ball. Good. Goodman, 3, no good. Barton gets the rebound. Goes in for the layup, is good. Winkle inbounds to Welsh. Welsh back to Winkle. Winkle takes it up. To Oki inside. Oki, layup is good. Winkle knocks that one out of bounds. Kinsey inbounds to Goodman. Goodman back to Hensey. Hensey to Barton. Barton layup, no good. Rebound Norris, and he's fouled. The foul was on Chase Shuddy. That was his first. And team second. He makes his first. Into the game is Will Smith for Joey Oki. And he makes his second. 42-32, Jags lead. Winkle to Welsh. Welsh, 3. Good. Zelenovic. Sorry, Goodman to Zelenovic. Zelenovic loses it. Stolen by Vasky. Winkle to Shuddy. Shuddy, 3. Good. Rams timeout. That's a full. This is Centennial Digital, presented by Freedom Tire. We'll be right back.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
Want to test drive US Cellular's network free for 30 days?
Yeah.
Use this app.
Here we go.
Oh, wow. US Cellular works great out here. Hey, I wonder if US Cellular lets me stream in my rec room. Yep, it's working.
Test drive US Cellular free for 30 days.
Welcome back in. 3 minutes, 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Rams will inbound. Barton to Goodman. Goodman, 3, no good. Rebound. Hensey, 3, no good. Rebound Shuddy to Winkle. Winkle to Shuddy. Shuddy 3. Good. These Jaguars are really feeling the 3 ball right now. Zelenovich to Goodman. Goodman 3. Good. Winkle drives. Layup, good. Goodman takes it up. Drives it in. Floater, good. Winkle to Shuddy, 3. No good on that one. Goodman and Norris. Back to Goodman. To Zelenovich. Drives. Blocked by Shuddy. Vasky to Shuddy. Back to Vasky. 3 on the way. No good. Lindsay takes it up the court. Norris into Barton. Fouls on Connor Welsh there. That will be his second. Runchie comes in for Vasky, and Schaefer comes in for Norris, and Rex Smith and Trey Luss also check in. To Rex Smith, to Schaefer. Back to Smith, 3 on the way, no good. Rebound, Shuddy. Winkle drives. There's a foul. Rex Smith. That's going to be his first. Team's third. Stolen by Schaefer. Schaefer fast break. Layup made. Inbounds to Winkle. 53-39 Jaguars. Winkle drives. Layup. Oh. Passes to Shuddy, and Shuddy dunks it on his head. The student section loved that one. Block on Isaac Runchie. That'll be his first and team's fourth. Goodman makes his first. Joey gets Klinger. Noah Frank checks in for Trey Luss. Rebound Runchie to Shuddy to Winkle. Winkle will take it up. That foul is going to be on Zeb Hinsey. That'll be his first and the team's fourth. A bit of ball's wet. Winkle will inbound. To Shuddy, back to Winkle. Winkle takes it in. Layup, good. Goodman again. No. Heading into the fourth, Jaguars lead 57-40.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Roof, Iowa. Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel. Extreme Services. West 40 Market. Reed Plumbing. Wholesome Pet Essentials. Nolte & Sons Lawn and Irrigation. Eat the Frog Fitness. And Made in the Shade, Blinds and more.
Want to test drive U.S. Cellular's network free for 30 days?
Yeah.
Use this app.
Here we go.
Oh, wow. U.S. Cellular works great out here. I wonder if U.S. Cellular lets me stream in my rec room. Yep, it's working.
Test drive U.S. Cellular free for 30 days.
Welcome back to Centennial Digital, presented by Freedom Tire. Rams inbound to start off the fourth quarter. Lust to Barton. Barton out to Lust. Lust drives. Layup is good. Shuddy inbounds to Winkle. Winkle will take it up. Stolen by Schaefer. Schaefer will take it. Layup, no good. Gets his board. Puts it back up, and it's good. Winkle will take it up. Winkle kicks it to Shuddy. Shuddy to Vasky. Vasky back to Shuddy. To Winkle inside. Winkle drives. Layup. No good. Rebound Lust. Kicks it to Goodman. Goodman on Vasky. To Lust. Schaefer. To Zelenovich. Zelenovich to Barton. Barton, layup, good. Timeout Jaguars. That one's going to be a full timeout, so we'll take a break. This is Centennial Digital presented by Freedom Tire.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire, brought to you by these generous local businesses. Roof, Iowa. Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel. Extreme Services. West 40 Market. Reed Plumbing. Wholesome Pet Essentials. Nolte & Sons Lawn and Irrigation. Eat the Frog Fitness. And Made in the Shade, Blinds and more.
Welcome back in. Centennial will inbound. 6 minutes, 15 seconds remain. Vasky will inbound to Winkle. Zelenovich meets Winkle. Winkle to Shuddy. Shuddy to Welsh. To Oki. to Vasky. Cross court to Welsh, to Winkle. Thinks about it, no. Winkle drives, kicks it to Welsh. Welsh, 3 on the way, no good. It's going to be an over the back on Chase Shuddy.
Jaguar foul whistle to number 10, Chase Shuddy. His second, team's first.
That'll be Chase's second and the team's fourth. Or first, I'm sorry. Schaefer to Goodman. Goodman 3 on the way, no good. Rebound by Oki. Oki to Winkle. Vasky 3 on the way, no good. Rebound by Schaefer. Schaefer takes up court aggressively to Goodman. Goodman drives. Pass is intercepted by Connor Welsh. Winkle drives, layup. Goodman kicks to Lust. Back to Goodman. Goodman over to Schaefer. Goodman travels on that one. Jaguar ball. Will Smith will check in for Joey Oki. Winkle. Zelenovic will take the charge on that one. That'll be Winkle's second and the team's second. Lust to Barton. Barton, jumper, no good. Smith with the aggressive rebound. Winkle kicks to Welsh, over to Shuddy. Vasky. Vasky, layup, no good. That's going to be a foul on Jackson Barton. That's going to be his third and the team's first. Rex Jensen checks in for Connor Welsh. Vasky inbounds to Smith. Off Smith, and it's going the other way. Lust kicks to Barton. Barton to Schaefer, into Lust. It's going to be off Rex Jensen and out of bounds. Rams will keep it. Goodman layup, no good, and it's fouled by Nick Vasky. It's going to be his. It's going to be his third and the team's third. Goodman makes his first. Makes the second. Winkle hit hard and on the ground. Winkle is down. Maya Lust. Schaefer lays it in. Winkle is still down on the court. Winkle gets up, appears to be a little shaken up, but he's going to stay out there. Oakey and Welsh come in for Smith and Jensen. Oakey, layup is good. Go on Schaefer. Lust. Layup. And he's fouled on that one. Got to be Joey Oakey on the foul. That'll be his first and the team's fourth. Trey Lutz will shoot 2. Yes, makes the first. Misses the second. Vasky with the rebound after some scuffle. Goodman picks up his third foul there. Timeout by the Jaguars. 32nd. Jaguars lead 61-51. Jaguars will inbound. It'll be Vasky. The Rams are in their full court press. Vasky will inbound to Shuddy. Shuddy will find Vasky. Vasky to Luke. And he overshoots on that one. Luke lands in the Centennial bench. Barton will enter the game. Goodman drives. Schaefer 3 on the way, no good. Barton puts it back up, no good. Oakey on the rebound. Stolen. Blocked by Chase Shuddy, and that'll be out on Chase Shuddy. Inbound to Barton. Barton to Schaefer. Schaefer looks to shoot, but does not. Kicks to Zelenovic. 3 on the way, no good. Rebound Barton. Kicks out to Goodman. Goodman 3, no good. Rebound, Zelenovic, and there's a foul. The foul was on Schaefer. Grady Norris will enter for Barton. Inbounds to Welsh, to Joey. Oki misses on the layup. Chase Shuddy block. Lust rebounds to Zelenovic. And Zelenovic will draw the foul on that one. Foul is going to be on number 12, Joey Oki. That'll be his second and the team's fifth. Zelenovic misses his first. Oki will exit and Runchi will come in. And Barton is back into the game for Grady Norris. Makes his second. Baskey inbounds to Winkle. Schaefer picks up his third, and the team's fourth. Full timeout by the Southeast Polk Rams, so we will take a break and bring it back shortly. This is Centennial Digital, presented by Freedom Tire.
Winter sports coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire, brought to you by these generous local businesses. U.S. Cellular, Jirash Performance, Ted Sandine Photography, Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, Alter Metal Recycling, Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital, Keystone Home Inspections, and Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill.
Welcome back in. Minute 28 on the clock. Centennial leads 61-52. Jaguars have 5 team fouls, while the Rams only have 4. Jaguars will inbound. Vasky to Welsh. Welsh back to Vasky. Toss up. Schaefer steals. Zelenovic back to Schaefer. Schaefer kicks it back to Zelenovic. Zelenovic 3 on the way. No good. Rebound Welsh. Welsh will take it up. Kicks it over to Shuddy. To Vasky. To Runchi. Eating up some time here. Back to Welsh. Back to Runchi. And finally the Rams will foul Trey Lust. That's going to be his 4th and the team's 5th. Runchi makes his first. Rex Smith and Zeb Hins check into the lineup. Runchi to shoot his second. And it's good. Rams inbound to Schaefer. to Hins. Hins drives to Norris. Norris layup, no good. A rebound, Shuddy. Kicks it ahead to Runchie. Over to Winkle. Winkle will shoot 2. Grady Norris foul with the foul. All the seniors seem to be checking in. Brady Baker, Dalton Ross, Keegan Sherwood. Winkle misses his second. Ross at the foul. Schaefer will shoot 2. Winkle will check out. Sherwood with the rebound. To Runchie, to Brady Baker. Brady Baker with the 3. No good. That'll do it for you. Jaguars win 64-53. Thank you for joining us on Centennial Digital. Andy Pollock and Carter Brandow. Centennial Digital presented by Freedom Tire.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.